Hi and welcome. We are live here with the Hebrew Cafe. We're going to be doing some more homework review. This is lesson 23 of Show's Grammar. I'm hoping a couple of people might join. Right now, I am all by my lonesome. I'm going to send a link over on Discord to see if anybody wants to join us. And in case there are comments, I will turn on the comment view on YouTube. I see somebody's joined me, so let's see who's out there. Give me a shout. Waiting for Discord to load, and I'll send a link over to anybody who wants to join. Basically, we are going to be looking today at the homework lesson of lesson 23 from Show's Grammar. It is dealing with the kal and suffix, personal suffix additions, or it's the word I want to say terminos. It's suffixes. That's the word. All right. So here we go. Whoever's out there, you can say hi. Feel free. Why did that go to the end? It should be at the beginning. There we go. So this is Biblical Hebrew 101. We are working through the grammar of Seow or Seow. This is Monday, June. No, it's Monday. Today is Thursday, the 26th of June. Our next session for reading is going to be on Monday, the 30th. We're going to continue in 1 Samuel chapter 29, I want to say. And then immediately after, we'll be teaching through 25 of Seow on the Hifil, and then next Thursday meeting for last week's grammar homework, and then continue on from there. Today we are looking at exercise 23A. This is, let me tell you what page it's on. Even my one viewer has disappeared, but that's okay because this is also for whoever might watch in the future. I'm working through this book. Chapter 23, lesson 23. The exercises are on page 262 and 263 of the book. That again is the book Grammar for Biblical Hebrew by Seow. So let's go through this. Give the kal infinitive construct of the following. I'm going to make it big so you can see it. Okay, the verb is shamar. It means he kept. The infinitive construct form normally is going to be like yishmor, he will in the future, and it's lishmor. Shmor is our infinitive construct. Shin mem resh, it's going to be shmor, kind of like the infinitive. Most of the time you will find the infinitive construct with lamed when it's just giving the name of the verb, lishmor, to keep. To keep. It can be with a kaf prefix, kishmor, according to the keeping, meaning as soon as he heard, bishmor, in his keeping, or whatever, while keeping. Okay, kishmor, shama, he heard. Nobody's joined me yet. Shama is shmoa. 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 The ayin has a furtive patach gnuva. Shmoa. Shmoa. With the lamed, it would be lishmoa, to hear, lishmoa. Okay, number 2 and number 3, zachar. Zachar is going to be like shamar. It's just simply zchor. Zchor. The infinitive with lamed is going to be lizkor. Lizkor, to remember. All right. Next, lakach. Lakach, it behaves like a first yod or first noon, where the lamed just drops out. Lakach. The lamed drops out, and we add taf, and we get kachat. In the segulet form, like kechet becomes kachat. If we want to add the lamed, lakachat, to take. To take, lakachat. Kachat is the infinitive construct. Okay, next. Yatsa. Yatsa is first yod. It drops that first yod, yatsa. The yod drops, it becomes se'eh, se'et, seit. Seit. Tzet, to go out. Latzet. All of these ones that drop a first letter and add a tav on the end, when you add the lamed to the beginning, it's not li, but la. La. Latzet, to go out. So again, lishmor, lishmoa, lizkor, lakachat, latzet. Okay. Again, we have a first yod, yalad. Okay, the yod drops, yalad. Yod drops, and we add taf. Ledet. Ledet. It's a normal segulate form. Ledet. Okay, so to give birth. Laledet. Laledet. To give birth. Yarash. Yarash. All of these cases so far, the first yod is actually a first vav, historically. It's a first vav. But this one, the historic form is really first yod. Okay, so first yod, in this case, it's going to behave the same. Yarash, but in the future it will behave different. So this drops this, and it's reshet. Reshet. La reshet, to inherit. La reshet. To inherit or to possess. Natan. Okay, Natan. For whatever reason, the infinitive construct of this verb drops the nun and drops the taf, and we get tet. Tet. To give, latet. Latet. To give. Okay. Yada. Still, not many people. Yada, yud, dalet, ein. The yud drops, and we add the taf, and it's da'at. Not de'et, but da'at. Da'at is knowledge or knowing. La da'at, to know. La da'at. La da'at. Okay. Bachar. Bachar. Bechor. Bechor, like Shemor. Okay, with Lamed, Livchor. To choose. Livchor. Okay. Amad. I'm hoping that somebody would jump on and join me. I'm going to send the link on Discord. Let's see, Discord is open. Biblical Hebrew. Okay. Sent a link on Discord. Hopefully somebody will jump up on here with me. Okay, so Amad. It's Amad. We're going to say Amod. Amod. Okay, the infinitive with Lamed is going to be La Amod. La Amod, to stand. La Amod. Okay, Nafal. Nafal. This is Nifol. Nifol. But when you add the Lamed, this is Linpol. It's got a nun that's right up against another consonant. With Shva, it cancels it out. And you say Lipol. Lipol, to fall. You will also probably see Linpol. Linpol, to fall, or Lipol. Kind of like, I heard a song, beautiful song. I heard the song where he says, instead of Yisa, which we all know is he will travel, he said Yinsa. Like Yinsa. Like, I was surprised by that. I heard that in modern Hebrew. Instead of Yisa, I heard Yinsa, which was weird. So sometimes you'll hear, instead of Lipol, you will see Linpol with a nun. Okay. With third hey, okay, instead of hey, we get ot. Benot. Benot, building. And livnot, to build. Livnot. Kind of looks like the form of like daughters of, daughters in construct. Benot. Benot. Daughters of. Benotai, my daughters. Okay, gala. Gala. Again, the hay is removed and we say glot. Glot. With the lamed, liglot. Liglot, to go into exile or to uncover. Asa. Asa. The third hay drops, we get ot. Asot. Asot. With the lamed, laasot, to do. Laasot, to do. Very common verb. Halach. Halach behaves like a first yod, and it drops the hay, and then we add a taf. So lechet. Lechet, going. Lalechet, to go. Lalechet, to go. Keep getting a viewer in, a viewer out, viewer in, viewer out, but we're still recording. Okay, next. Yashav, first yod. Yashav. Instead of the yod, we're going to add taf and say shevet. Shevet with the lamed lashevet. Lashevet, to sit. Okay, next, chazak. Chazak, we just say chazok. Chazok, lachazok, to be strong. Chazok. Yarad, first yod. The yod disappears. Redet. Redet, going down. Redet, to go down. Laredet. Laredet. All right, we've got some viewers. We've got 3 of us out there. Let me know who you are. What's going on? Achal, to eat. He ate. Achal. Okay. In this case, we're going to say echol. Echol. When we get the lamed, the echol is eating. Adding the lamed is leechol. Leechol, to eat. Okay. Okay, now we're going to have the infinitive construct with a suffix. So remember that historically the infinitive construct was uu. And then the third ending here is o. Shumro, shumro becomes shomro. 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 His keeping. Okay. First common singular of Natan, we said Natan is tet. And so we say with my, it's titi. Titi, my giving. Titi, my giving. Okay. Natan plus third, it's tet again, tet with o. Tito, his giving. Tito. Hello, Karen. What's up? Welcome. Nice to see you. Okay, we've got halach. We said that halach behaves like a third, or like a first yod. It drops that and adds the taf. So lechet. And when you add the third masculine singular o, you say lechto. 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 It's common from lechtecha, like you're going in the Shema. Yashav, yashav, yashav. Again, we drop the first yod. Shevet, and its first common singular. Shivti, my sitting, my sitting. Beshivti, it means when I sit, in my sitting. Okay. Yarash, we said it was reshet because it's you drop the first yod. We've got shin, you add the taf, reshet. Now we've got the third masculine singular, the syllables rearrange, and it's rishto. Rishto, his inheriting, his dispossessing. Rishto. Okay, we have bo. That's the infinitive construct as well. The second masculine singular is cha. When you've got that aleph sitting there in the middle, it's going to take a vowel and say boacha. Boacha. Boacha, you're coming. Boacha. Matzah. Matzah with second masculine singular. Cha, this is going to do the exact same thing. Motz'acha. Motz'acha. Motz'i, motz'acha. You're finding. We've only got two more of these, and then we're going to get right into reading. So we've got echol. Okay, remember that the historical form was uchul. The second masculine is cha. Okay, in this case. Now we want to close the syllable and say och lecha. Och lecha. You're eating. Och lecha. And finally, lakachat. Lakachat, the lakach drops the lamed, okay, and it's taf. Okay, this is lakach, kachat, and then first singular is ti, so kachti, kachti. Okay, I don't remember ever seeing that form. Let's look that up real quick. Let's see. Just to check. I'm going to do a search if this will ever pull up a search. It says not responding. Logos. It likes to not respond. Okay, there we go. So we have a search, one of them. Okay, we want to do lakach. I don't know why it's taking so long. Okay, great. We're going to do at verb, and we want kal infinitive construct. And let's do first, second, or third person. Kachti, kachto, kachtech, kachta. Yep, so kachti. Great. Here we go. Next. That is all of the nasty making forms, morphology type stuff in the chapter. So this is, we have three reading sections. We have reading for Ecclesiastes 3, 1 through 9. And we have reading for, says Joshua 1 through 9. Let's show that. Joshua. Or we have reading for Genesis 3, 1 through 14. This is the longer passage, and I wish that Jonathan were here because this is really the passage that he really likes more than any other passage. Not really sure why, but he really likes it. And so it would be nice if he were here. As far as we are concerned, I think it would be best for us to just go into to Ecclesiastes, because this is a lot of infinitive constructs. And we will see where that takes us. Okay. So it starts out, Lakol zman, ve'et lechol chefetz tachat hashamayim. This is an expression that's very well used in Ecclesiastes, tachat hashamayim, under the heaven, under the sky. Okay. Hakol means everything, hakol, hakol. So to everything is lakol. Lakol, to the all. To everything, a time or a season. Lakol, zman. The normal form is zman, but this is in pause with etnachta. So it's lakol, zman. Everything has a time. Ve'et lechol chefetz tachat hashamayim. And a time for every wish or desire or matter or issue under the sky. This word chefetz is very flexible. In this case, Ecclesiastes normally uses it to mean a matter or something. Okay, for every something, for every matter. Okay, and then it gives a list of all these things that have an appropriate time. Like there's an appropriate time to be happy, an appropriate time to be sad. You know, so if somebody gets married, that is an appropriate time for happiness. But if somebody dies, it's an appropriate time for sadness. So this is what it's telling us. Et laledet. Ve'et lamut. Lamut is to die, a time to die, a time for dying. And et laledet literally means a time for giving birth. A time for giving birth and a time for dying, because children are born and you know we get to the end of life. Okay, a time et lata'at. Lata'at. This is nata. Okay, nata. It means planting. A time for planting. Lata'at. It's like first yod and you add the taf, ta'at. You could also appear as lintoa. Lintoa and lata'at are both infinitive constructs of this verb. Ve'et la'akor natua. Natua is the passive kal participle of lata'at. La'akor, akor means to uproot, to pull something up by its roots. It can also mean for your teeth. Your teeth have roots, so they can pull the tooth out by its roots, and this is an extraction. You extract the tooth. La'akor shen, la'akor. So ve'et la'akor natua, and time, a time for uprooting what is planted, a planted thing. There is a time for planting and a time for uprooting what is planted. Et laharog, okay, harag, and a time for killing. Et laharog. Ve'et lirpo, and a time for healing. Refo, refuah, healing. Ve'et lirpo, et laharog ve'et lirpo. A time for killing and a time for healing. Not exactly opposites, right? The opposite of healing is probably to poison someone or do something to make them weak. And the opposite of killing is to give someone life. But in this case, it's they're written as if opposites. Et lifrots, parats, normally means to break in. But when you break in to a building, for example, you also end up tearing things apart and breaking things apart, breaking through. You would have to destroy a wall to break through it. Ve'et livnot, and a time for building. So if you're on a military campaign, you need to break through a wall. There is a time when you need to do that. Time to break through. Et lifrots ve'et livnot. Right? There's a time for building and a time for breaking down. Et livkot. Et livkot, a time for crying. B'chi, weeping. Ve'et lischok. Ve'et lischok. Lischok, litzchok, to laugh. There's a time for crying and a time for laughter. Et sfod. Lispod is to eulogize. It's weeping when somebody's dead. Et sfod. Ve'et rekod. So lisfod or lispod and lirkod, to eulogize and to dance. Rekod is dancing. A time of eulogizing, a time of mourning, and a time of dancing. Okay? Et lehashlich avanim ve'et knos avanim. Knos lichnos, to gather. So a time to throw rocks, like if you want to clear your driveway and you have a gravel driveway and it's got large rocks in it, you want to pick them up and throw them out of the road to make the road flat. So you throw them. There's a time for throwing rocks. It's not talking about throwing them at people. And there's a time for gathering rocks, because if you want to build an altar, you want to gather rocks, or you want to build a wall, you have to gather the rocks and put them into order. Okay? So there's a time for every purpose, everything that it depends on what you want to do or what you need to do at a given time. Et lachavok, there's a time to hug, to embrace, lachavok. Ve'et lirchok mechabek, lirchok, to go far away, to withdraw from something, to get away from it. So a time for hugging and a time from withdrawing from hugging. Okay, hug here is in the kal, chavok, and hug here is in the piel, but they have the same meaning here. Hug. Okay, verse 6. Et levakesh ve'et le'abed. There's a time to search for something and a time to leave it, like lose it. Like in this case, it's lost and you go to look for it. This case, it's lost and you just let it be. There's a time to seek and a time to lose. Et lishmor, a time to keep. Ve'et lashlich, and a time to throw. You keep something or you throw it away. Et likroa, a time to tear something. Ve'et litpor, and a time to sow. There's a time for tearing and a time for sowing. Let's see if I got a message here. I don't see. And nobody's come to join me. Okay. I thought maybe I would have a response from somebody who wanted to join, but nobody. Okay. Et lachshot ve'et ledaber. This lachshot is from like chash. It's like quiet. There's a time for being quiet and a time for speaking. A time for being quiet and a time for speaking. Et lehov ve'et lisno. Lisno. Lehov, to love. Lisno, to hate. A time for loving and a time for hating. Et milchama, a time of war. Ve'et shalom, and a time of peace. War and peace. Okay? Ma yitron ha'oseh ba'asher hu amel. Ma yitron ha'oseh ba'asher hu amel. What is the advantage of the one doing? Yitron in Kohelet is used for an advantage. What's the benefit or advantage of the one that does, ha'oseh, in that he labors? You'll have to read in Kohelet to get to all those philosophical answers, but that is the end of the passage, and nobody is commenting. I don't know if anybody's listening along. We're half an hour in, and I'm sitting here talking to myself. All right, Joshua 1 through 9. We read the book of Joshua together, but let's go over this. Vayhi acharei mot Moshe, Eved Adonai, Vayomer Adonai el Yehoshua bin Nun, Misharet Moshe lemor. Okay. And it came to pass after the death of Moses, the servant of God, that the Lord said to Joshua, son of Nun, Moses' servant, saying. He said, saying. Kind of awkward, but it is what it is. Mesharet. Mesharet is serving from the word shirut, service. Shirut, mesharet. Okay. Moshe Avdi met. Moshe Avdi met. Moses, my servant, is dead. Okay, this is the beginning of the book of Joshua. Moses has already died and been buried in the mountain. And here we have Joshua coming up and replacing him in the leadership of the people before they go and invade the city of Jericho and the land of Canaan. Moshe Avdi met. Ve'ata. And now, Kum avor et hayarden hazeh. Okay, ata. Now, arise, cross over this Jordan. Okay, arise, cross over this Jordan. Ata v'chol ha'am hazeh. Okay, you and all this people. El haaretz asher anochi noten lahem livnei Yisrael. Lahem and livnei Yisrael are referring to the same thing. You and all this people to the land. It says cross over the Jordan to the land which I am giving to them, to the children of Israel. Okay. Verse 3. Kol makom asher tidroch kav raglechem bo. Okay, the bo here is resumptive pronoun. Kol makom asher tidroch kaf raglechem bo, lachem netativ. Lachem netativ. Ka'asher dibarti el Moshe. Okay, here we go. We have that resumptive pronoun that is a little bit problematic for translation, but okay. Every place that the sole of your foot, the bottom of your foot, will step in it, to you have I given it. Natati, I gave. Netativ, I gave it, in the masculine singular, third person. Just as kasher dibarti, just as I spoke, el Moshe, just as I spoke to Moses. Okay, verse 4. I'd like to know if there are any questions, but I'm going to go hoarse talking to myself because nobody joined me. Me hamidbar. Okay, this is from the desert, the wilderness. Me hamidbar ve'halvanon, and the Lebanon, hazeh. Okay, from the desert and this Lebanon, ve'ad, and until hanahar hagadol, the great river, nahar prat. Prat is Euphrates. And up to the great river, the river of Euphrates, Kol Eretz HaChiti, Kol Eretz HaChiti, all the land of the Chitim, the Hittites, Ve'ad Hayam Hagadol, and until the Great Sea, that's the Mediterranean, Mevo HaShemesh, that is the place where the sun goes in, the entrance of the sun. They had the idea that the sun would come out in the east and go in the west, and that it had its place of rest. Yeh gvulchem, it will be your border. Gvul, border. Lo yityatsev ish lefanecha. Okay. No man will stand before you. Lo yitatsev ish lefanecha kol yamei chayecha, all the days of your life. Okay, in other words, nobody will be able to oppose him. He's talking to Joshua. Ka'asher hayiti im Moshe, just as I was with Moses, Ehyeh imach. Ehyeh imach. Ehyeh imach. I see Karen. לא יתייצב איש לפניך כל ימי חייך. כאשר הייתי עם משה, אהיה עמך. As I was with Moses, I will be with you. לא ארפך ולא אעזבך. I will not let you go and I will not abandon you. להרפות is to release your grip on something. It's like you've got a tight muscle and you release it, relax it. I won't relax you. I won't let go of my grip on you. And I won't leave you. So is veka. Okay. What do you think? You want to read?
Yeah, I can read. Just that my background is a bit windy, so I hope that don't affect.
No, we're in verse 6.
You can hear me clearly?
We can. I can.
Hazak va emat ki
That's not va, but ve. Ve emat. Chazak ve emat.
ve'emat ki ata hanhil etam aham hazeh
כי
et
אתה
haaretz
תנחיל את העם הזה. Yep. את
et
הארץ.
haaretz
Yep.
asher nishbati
Yep.
la'avotam la
לאבותם.
latim latir
לתת.
latit lahem latit lahem.
Yes. כי אתה תנחיל את העם הזה, את הארץ אשר נשבעתי לאבותם לתת להם. Okay, for you will cause this people to inherit. You will make this people inherit the land which I swore to their fathers to give them. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Verse 7. Let's move to the next slide. רק חזק ואמץ מאוד לשמור לעשות ככל התורה אשר ציווך משה עבדי. Okay. Rak here is just, it can mean but be strong and very strong. Okay, chazak and ematz has the same basic meaning of being strong. Be strong and very strong to carefully do. Lishmor lasot, to keep to do means to do carefully. To carefully perform or behave or do according to all the Torah, all the law, which Moses, my servant, commanded you. Tzivcha. Tziva, he commanded. Tzivcha, he commanded you. Al tasur mimenu. Al tasur mimenu. Do not turn aside from it. Yamin usmol. Right or left. Don't turn from it, right or left. Lema'an taskil, so that you will be successful or prosperous. Bechol asher telech, in everywhere that you go. Okay, in all what you will go. Okay.
Yeah.
Verse 8.
Lo yamush sefer haTorah hazeh mipicha
Mipicha.
mipicha vehagita bo yoma
Yomam.
mam valayla lemahan tishmor la sot ככל
ככל
הכתוב בו
הכתוב בו.
הכתוב
ככל
כי
הכתוב
אז
בו.
ככל הכתוב בו, sorry, כי אז תצליחה
תצליח.
oh sorry, I excuse this one, תצליח את דרכיך
את
ואז
דרכיך.
את דרכיך ואז תשכיל
תשכיל. Okay. Do you want to try to translate?
Do not. Is that the
Notice
part?
it's Yamush is third person masculine singular, Yamush.
He will not. I'm not sure what that. I'm not sure what the verb is. That is that the part?
Sorry, just a second. לא ימוש ספר התורה הזה מפיך. So it won't depart, it won't disappear, it won't, something like that.
So
Mipicha, from your mouth. Why is Yamush masculine and Hazeh masculine, but Torah is feminine?
Let's see. I think is it coming from the Sefer?
Yes.
Sefer.
So Sefer is the subject of Yamush, and Sefer is the referent to Hazeh. This book of the Torah will not depart from your mouth. Okay? והגית בו יומם ולילה. What's that mean? והגית בו
But you shall
יומם ולילה.
after so night and day from night and day
Yeah, you will meditate, but you will meditate on it day and night.
Day and night.
Lema'an is the
So
purpose, in order that, so that tishmor la'asot kechol ha'katuv bo.
You do or you perform? Oh, you can take care to do?
Yeah, so that you might carefully do everything written in it. Kechol ha'katuv bo, according to everything written in it. Ki az tatzliach et derachecha.
That's what cares. No, because like for as sure.
For then, as is then, for then you will be successful, or you will make successful, you'll make your ways successful. Tatzliach et derachecha.
Okay.
And then taskil. You will prosper, you will be intelligent, maybe. Okay, verse 9. Halo tziviticha chazak ve'ematz. Have I not, the halo isn't it the case that not? Have I not commanded you, tziviticha, chazak ve'ematz? Be strong and be strong. Al ta'arotz v'al tehat. Al ta'arotz v'al tehat. Ki imcha Adonai Elohecha b'chol asher telech. So al techat is like don't be shaken or scared. What is this ta'arot? I think it's the same idea, shaking or trembling. Do not tremble or shake, because the Lord your God is with you everywhere you go. Bechol asher tilech, everywhere you go. Okay, we have one more reading section that I wish Jonathan were here to cover with us. But it is what it is. It's Genesis 3, 1 through 14. Okay. This one is more difficult and longer, so let's run at it. והנחש היה ערום מכל חיית השדה, אשר עשה אדוני אלוהינו, ויאמר אל האישה, אף כי אמר אלוהים, לא תאכלו מכל עץ הגן. Okay, the serpent was cunning. The word cunning looks like the word for naked. So because we already saw in the previous verse that the man and his wife were naked and felt no shame. So here it says the serpent was cunning from all the animal of the field. It means it's wiser, more cunning than any of the other animals of the field, which the Lord God had made. Asher asa Adonai Elohim. Okay. Vayomer el Aisha, and he said to the woman, okay, Af ki amar Elohim, did God really say, Lo tochlu mikol etz hagan, you shall not eat of every tree of the garden? Didn't God say you could eat of all the trees? Vatomer Aisha, the woman said, El nachash, to the snake, Mipri etz hagan nochel, from the fruit of the tree of the garden we shall eat. Do you want to read the next verse?
Yeah. Umipre a share betok. Betok. Betok hagan. Amar Elohim lo is that to. I'm not sure. Wait, sorry. Maximize screen. Teholu.
Tochlu.
Tokulu.
Lo tochlu.
Lo tokulu. Mimenu. Velo tig. O. Open timuton.
Tmutun. Lo tochlu mimenu velo tig'u bo pen tmutun. Okay, and from the fruit of the tree, which is in the midst of the garden, God said, you shall not eat from it, and you shall not touch it, lest ye die. Okay. So that you don't die. Okay? Verse 4, Vayomer anachash el haisha, serpent said to the woman, Lo mot tmutun. Lo mot tmutun. You will not certainly die. You will not die. Ki yodea Elohim, ki biyom acholchem, you are eating. On the day of your eating, mimenu, from it. This is infinitive construct, acholchem. Biyom acholchem mimenu, v'nifkechu einechem. Your eyes will be opened. On the day of your eating it, your eyes will be opened, v'item keloim, and you will be like gods, yodei tov v'ra, knowing good and evil. Okay, verse 6. Wow, it would be nice if Jonathan were here. He'd be obsessing over all of this.
Vatere Aisha Kitov. Aeretz La,
Eight.
oh, sorry. It's le ma'ahal
Mhm.
veki ta'ava. My screen going again. Okay.
V'chi
Wait.
ta'avahu.
Sorry, I lost it a bit. Yeah, okay, thanks. La enanim ve
I don't know. I
nekmad.
don't know where you are. Okay. Le'inaim. Ki ta'avahu la'inaim v'nechmad.
It's
Mhm.
lehashkil va
Laskil.
vaskil um vatika um mi mi per mi paru.
Mi piryo.
Sorry. Vatokal Vatokal
Mhm.
Vatiten Gam Gamle Isha. Wait, Yusha. No, Le
Vatiten
Ish
gam leisha.
Lesha. Ima Ve Yoal.
Vayochal. Vayochal. All right. What's it mean?
So the woman and the woman took
The woman saw.
or took.
Vatere haisha. Vatere haisha.
The woman saw um good for its good. The tree that was good
She saw that good the tree, or the tree was good. The machal
to eat
for food, for
for
eating. Mhm.
eating, and that it it was good to the eyes. Our pleasure. Wait, it was good to the eyes.
This is a desired thing.
Oh,
It's it's the desired thing for the eyes. It's desirable for the eyes.
and it was desirable,
V'nechmada etz laskil.
and the tree was make wait. Oh
It's
man,
nice.
it was nice. Okay, it was nice
Laskil.
to eat. Wait, sure.
In
Yes,
this
sir.
case, laskil is to make somebody wise, to make them, to give them sechel, sense.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, to make one wise, give sense. Okay, to give sense,
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
and she
Vatikach mipiryo,
took from a fruit from it, and she took fruit of it,
from its fruit. She took from its fruit. Vatochal.
from its fruit, and she ate, and
Mm-hmm.
she gave also
V'negam
to
leisha ima.
her husband with her, and he ate.
Vayochal. Yes. Yes. Verse 7. See if we can move up. Yeah. Verse 7. Vatipakachna. Vatipakachna einei shnehem. Vatipakachna. This is Nifal. Vatipakachna einei shnehem. Their eyes, the eyes of both of them, were opened. Instead of saying Vatipakachna with tav for opening, when you say eyes, you say lifkoach instead of liftoach. Vayed'u ki erumim hem. Erumim. It's like arum, crafty. Here we see naked. Their eyes, the eyes of both of them were open, and they knew. They knew, it means that they found out that they were naked. Vayit peru, and they sewed alei te'ina. Alei te'ina, the fig leaf. Probably this should be read as a plural with a yod instead of hey. Alei te'ina. fig leaves. Va'ya'asu lahem chagorot, and they made garments for themselves. I'm not sure really what chagorot is. Probably something that goes around the waist and then droops down and covers the other area, because we use chagorot or chagorah for a belt in modern Hebrew. But we wouldn't say they made themselves belts to hide their nakedness. So verse 8, Vayishme'u et kol Adonai Elohim mithalech bagan leruach hayom. Vayitchabe ha'adam ve'ishto mipnei Adonai Elohim betoch etz hagan. Okay, so Vayishme'u, this is Shama. They heard the sound called, the sound of Adonai Elohim, the sound of the Lord God, walking about in the garden to the wind of the day, meaning in the cool of the day, when the air was breezy and cool and nice. And he hid, he hid the man and his wife. He hid the man and his wife from the presence of the Lord God, from before the Lord God. They hid from God in the midst of the tree of the garden, okay, or the wood of the garden. Okay, verse 9.
Vayikra Adonai Elohim El Adam Vayomer Lo. Aye pa? No, Saye Ka.
Ayeka. Mm-hmm. Okay,
And the Lord God cried out to the man.
called
Oh, just
called
called.
to
And
the
the Lord
man,
God called to the man, and he said to him,
said to him, mm-hmm,
to, is that or, yeah, where are you? Where are you?
Ayeka, where are you? Mm-hmm. The hey on the end isn't necessary, but if you're looking at unpointed text, it would help to read this as Ayeka instead of Ech. Because
Yeah.
if it were written just like this, it would be like how. Ech, how. Ayeka, where are you? Okay. Vayomer, and he said, Et kolcha shamati bagan. I heard your sound in the garden. Et kolcha shamati bagan. Va'ira, and I was afraid. This is Yare. Va'ira, I was afraid. Ki erom anochi. Ki erom anochi. Vaychave. Vaychave. And I hid. I was afraid because I was naked and I hid myself. Okay? I heard your sound in the garden and I was afraid because I was naked and I hid myself. Vayomer, Mi higid lecha ki erom ata. Ki erom ata. Who told you? Mi higid lecha. Who told you? Ki erom ata. That you are naked. Who told you that you were naked? Ha, this is asking a question. Ha min ha'etz asher tziviticha libilti echol mimenu achalta. The question actually belongs on the word achalta. Ha achalta. Did you eat? Did you eat from the tree which I commanded you to not eat from it? When you negate an infinitive construct, it's with levilti. Levilti means not with infinitive construct. So literally it says, ha, yes or no, from the tree which I commanded you to not eat from it, did you eat? Okay, so the question's way at the end. Verse 12.
Okay, that's interesting.
Mhm.
Uh, Vayomer Adam Aisha Asher Natata Ima um Ki Not na
Imadi, he
imad
natnali,
imadi he not na li min a etz ve ochel.
va ochel.
Oh, sorry, va oel.
ויאמר האדם, האישה אשר נתת עמדי, היא נתנה לי מן העץ ואוכל.
Okay. Um,
Okay.
so the man said, the woman, um, the woman that you gave to me, with me,
That you gave with me, it would mean that you put with me.
or
The
you put
woman
with
that you
me,
put with me,
he gave to me from the tree, and I ate.
yes, she gave to me from the tree and I ate. Verse 13. Vayomer Adonai Elohim laisha. God said to the woman, Ma zot asit. What is it you've done? What is this you've done? Ma zot asit. Vatomer Aisha. And the woman said, okay, Hanachash hishiani va'ochel. Hanachash hishiani va'ochel. The snake beguiled me. He enticed me. Hishi, oti, hishi, oti, va'ochel, and I ate. The serpent enticed me, and I ate. Vayomer Adonai Elohim, and God, the Lord God said, El hanachash, to the serpent, Ki asita zot. So you didn't ask him, where are you or what have you done? He's not asking him a question. Because you have done this. Ki asita zot, arur ata, you are cursed. Arur. Arur ata mikol habeima. You are cursed more than every beast. Umikol chayat hasadeh, and every animal of the field. Al gechoncha telech. Al gchoncha telech. Gachon is when you think of an airplane. The airplane has it's a long tube. The underside of the tube is the gachon, the belly. It's not belly like a person has. It's out here in the front. It's a belly that's on the bottom. That's gachon. Al gechoncha telech. You will move. You will go on your belly. ועפר תאכל, ועפר תאכל כל ימי חייך, and you will eat dust all the days of your life. Hoo-wee! That is some good sections of the Hebrew Bible. How you feeling? How you doing? Let me pull this up this way. Thanks for reading with me, Karen.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was good. I'm doing it on the fly.
Yeah, I do appreciate it. Have you read these passages in Hebrew before?
I I would this one I would have done it with a group. Genesis 3. I remember
Mhm.
doing it to that group probably some time ago.
Yeah.
I remember doing. I remember starting Ecclesiastic at one point with Colton at Biblingo when they were doing the reading, but I wasn't able to do all through. So I don't remember doing chapter 3 because I had some other schedules. So it basically caused a break for me at most times. So when they were doing and Joshua, I've never done it. Um,
Ah, we did up to chapter 10 of the book of Joshua here in live readings.
oh yeah, I
Anyway,
remember
I
that as well.
appreciate you jumping on and helping me out because I was feeling really lonely here. Lonely, I was so lonely. But it's nice to have you on. Uh, I do appreciate it. But I encourage you to read and more read and read and read the Hebrew Bible because that's where the learning and the fun comes in. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
All
I
right.
will do that. Thank you.
Okie doke. It is now 2:35 in the morning in Israel, and I'm gonna call it quits. Hope you'll join me next time again, Karen. We'll see you
Yeah, I
later.
hope to do that as well. Thanks. Bye.
Bye. See you.